Hello everybody, this is Hargis with Hargis Horsemanship. And of course, this is our little short trip that we take over to the ranch each day. We call this little episode the Ranch Road. Appreciate you guys joining us today. Today we're going to talk about something that I really think that impacts almost everything we do on a literally a daily basis, and that is your attitude and your outlook. I oftentimes ask people, it's kind of a spin-off, I guess you could say, of the old question about is your glass half empty or half full. The other side of that is that I ask, do you see the problem or do you see the solution? And I'm going to give you an example. Several years ago, those of you who may know me, we've had my hips replaced over the years. My left one about 5 years ago, and more recently my right one. But I'll never forget when I got my left one done. About a year or so prior to that, we'd had to have a little bit of repair surgery done on my pelvis, and as a result of that, we had a rod going through one side of my pelvis through to the other, and it came really close to that hip socket. And of course it was a little bit of a concern because I, not being a doctor, didn't know exactly how far into that hip socket that rod traveled. Well, we got the x-rays, go to see the orthopedic surgeon, and he's really taking a look at that. And this guy was highly recommended in our area. You know, he was probably one of the best orthopedic surgeons in our immediate area. So we were pretty confident when we went in to see him that we were seeing the right guy. And the first thing he said, though, when he walked into the little guest room there where we were going to have our little interview, and he was going to tell us about his idea toward the surgery, the first thing he said to me was, "Well, Mr. Hargis?" So, "Yes, sir." "Well, I am looking at these x-rays and I just can't." And as soon as he said the words, "I can't," I looked at my wife and we began to get up and leave the room. And of course, she's known me well enough to know that she knew exactly why I was getting up. And he, "Well, excuse me, we haven't even started talking yet." I says, "No, sir, but I tell you, I just don't feel real good about this. There's two things that you can't get away with saying in my presence, and that's that, well, this is the way we've done it because we've always done it this way, or I can't." One is very limiting, and the other one might as well just be impossible. Because if you already had the attitude that you can't, you're probably not going to. You see, because yes, the rod going through my hip and through my pelvis, it was a potential problem. It might have been a problem. But you see, rather than seeing the solution, he focused on the problem. Now, how do I know that that is so well or so true? Well, part of that is because the next doctor we see is again one of the most prominent orthopedic surgeons, but this guy's in the Houston area, and that's all they do is joint replacement surgeries. Well, we go see that guy. He gets the exact same information. He's looking at the exact same x-rays. The guy walks into the room. "Mr. Hargis, how are you? When do you want to get started? You don't have any questions at all about that rod?" "Oh, no, I see the rod, but, you know, it's no problem." For example, if it does protrude into that socket, no big deal. We'll just cut it off, make it all smooth again, put that cap back in there, and you're good to go. Not a problem. Immediately, I felt a sense of comfort and confidence in that particular man for no other reason than his attitude. Yes, he had a good reputation. Most importantly, his attitude made me and my wife feel like we were in the right hands. So you see, a lot of times, whether or not you focus on the problem or you focus on the solution, will not only help you in your attitude, but it'll also help you, the attitude of those around you. So I ask people all the time, so are you the type of person that sees the solution, or are you the type of person that sees the problem? I strongly encourage you to look for the solution. Oh, the problems are endless. We can see those anywhere. But you'll get what you focus on the most. Focus on the solutions rather than the problems. Hope this little tidbit helps you guys. Until next time, this is Hargis with Hargis Horsemanship, and thank you for joining us on the Ranch Road.